you've come out with 4 movies, and there's still one that hasn't been released yet. And but let's move on to your second one. Where did you get your idea for the second movie? How did that one get off the ground?
Well, the movies are averaging about 2 years apart. It takes that long. I mean, because being the producer, the writer, the director, the editor, I mean, it takes a long time to put together something like this. So, 2-year average. I've done 5 films over 10 years. The second one, again, a what if. A lot of times it could be that the idea is there's a little bit of one idea that I've been chewing on, then there's another idea I've been chewing on, and maybe they come together to form something, and constantly chewing on different ideas. The second movie, I remember seeing Ted Kaczynski in the mid-'90s while I was doing the corporate video, being led down the courthouse steps with a bulletproof vest, the Unabomber, and I was just thinking, man, one headshot and the dude's gone. So it seems almost silly to put a little bulletproof vest on him. And then I talked to a friend of mine. Well, before I get to that, so that was one little thing. I was at the courthouse doing jury duty when I was thinking about that. Then a tragedy happened in the corporate world. My biggest corporate client, the president of the company, his daughter was abducted from a soccer field, raped and murdered. And so we started doing some stranger danger videos, and so I started thinking about what if. What if that was my daughter? Because they caught the guy. And then a couple years later, they were retrying him because the DNA evidence didn't quite match, but he had confessed. Everything pointed to that. There was just some mix-up, technically. Now, and they solved it in the end, but at that point, you're going, this guy could walk. And, boy, I just don't think I could let him live. But then, then it takes a question, if you take vengeance into your own hands, which, God says vengeance is mine. So if you want to take that responsibility from God, can you do it? And, the answer, which is the point of this whole movie, is you can, but it will change you.
Right. Did you have any problems with distributing that second movie?
I shot the movie several different ways on sensitive scenes.
Right.
Because I wasn't sure if the distributor would get squeamish about showing this or that. So, but they ended up, that wasn't a problem. It surprised me. But, and the movie ran for over 3 years on Lifetime.
So in your second movie, it kind of seems like you got your idea from Batman, where your vigilante character comes from. How did that idea come about?
Well, maybe a little bit there, in the sense that it's you got a Bruce Wayne type who's got resources who can pull that off. So in that regard, yeah, maybe, but there wasn't anything specific. I just went back to the Ted Kaczynski thing, and I thought, okay, if they catch this guy who had done this to an 8-year-old, I talked to a friend of mine. I said, I told him the same thing. Bulletproof vest, one shot to the head, boom, he's gone. And my friend said, no. Gut wound. A gut wound, they die slowly. So, but he's got a bulletproof vest. And my friend says, no problem. An armor-piercing 50 caliber incendiary round, so that it pierces the vest and then explodes in his chest or his stomach. Then he's going to die slow and very painful. You don't want to make my friend mad. Anyway, right. That became the whole point of the movie. The center part of the movie is this whole courthouse assassination scene.
Yeah. And that was actually a triple whammy, actually.
He was going to die one way or the other.
I know. Where did you come up with the idea of killing him off one of 3 ways?
Well, because I needed to mislead the audience as far as what was going on. You had one guy who wanted him dead because he might reveal his part in the whole thing. So he poisoned him with potassium, which I'd done some research with my physician, and said, okay, if you wanted to, this is an interesting little doctor. You go in for just a head cold or whatever, and oh, by the way, thanks for the antibiotics, but by the way, how would you kill somebody if you didn't want to leave a trace? And we went into potassium because you can create a pretty big arrhythmia and cause heart attack with enough. So and then you had the main character pulling his pistol about to shoot him, and then you had the vigilante with a 50 caliber big gun take him out.
Oh, and for your third movie, I do understand that in your third movie, you did go to a gun range to record some of the shooting sounds to get it more accurate. Did you do any of that for the Gunman? I know you did it for Striking Range.
We did it more for Striking Range.
Oh, okay.
With the Gunman, we didn't, because And I still call the movie A Promise Kept. The only place it's called The Gunman is U.S. Video. On TV, it's called A Promise Kept. Around the world, it's called A Promise Kept, which that's another long story. But there's not that much gunfire in that movie, so there's only the 50 cal, and that's why I wasn't thrilled that the distributor for U.S. Video renamed it The Gunman. It seemed silly to me because the gunman used, other things to kill as well as guns.
Alright everyone, I still got part 3 coming at you next time. Here's my copy of The Gunman and Finding Redemption. Do you have yours yet? This is the website to A Promise Kept. And how about a little bit of recycled video? Why don't you go to this website right here and purchase Keyman Finding Redemption for yourself. While you're at it, go subscribe to Daniel Millican's YouTube channel. Go start reading his blogs if you want a special insight into the life and tips of a full-fledged working film director. Finally, look at everything else that he offers. Seminars, workshops, DVDs that he offers to help you become a better filmmaker and artist at Serendipitous Films. And before I go, let me give my personal review on A Promise Kept. This movie covers several different subjects. Also, I would say it has several different main themes, such as kill the pedophile. Actually, maybe that's a little bit too much. How about the theme, who did it? Because through the whole movie, you're trying to guess just exactly who is the masked vigilante. And how about this one? Revenge is mine, saith the Lord. And that's exactly what happened with the vigilante. Revenge usually turns out to be emotionally taxing and even dangerous to one's physical health. Now, did I like it? Yeah, the movie has a superhero in it, and I love superhero movies. So you're going to have to get it and watch it for yourself. And if you do watch this video, go ahead and post a response at IMDB. Link located down here below the video. Alright, that's all I got for you today. Thanks for subscribing, everyone. Gman out.
Wow, I really apologize for that mistake. I don't know what was happening. But anyways, I'm the real G-Man.